I just won tickets to play the Switch in Toronto?
I'm really quite surprised that I won, because everyone I knew did not win. This is a huge deal to me, and especially him and him. I mean, I guess they're still me, and I'm just as excited as they would be. So come along while I get to experience a childhood dream come true. I came to Toronto just to play some Nintendo. Let's go. I wanna go play some Nintendo. Without key, bye key. Sorry. Bye bye. Bye bye. Getting into the exhibit, they have a station showing off the Switch 2, Joy-Cons, and accessories, with a video playing trailers and demos. We are in here at the Switch 2 experience in Toronto. We're trying out the Switch. We are seeing the Switch. And I'm gonna get my hands on the Switch right away. I was able to see the Switch 2, and I was seriously surprised by it. Like, I knew it was bigger, but it was way bigger than I expected it.
It is bigger than my head.
Then they took us through the curtain. Rows and rows of Switch 2s set up to play the new Mario Kart World, which I was ecstatic to play. We did a race on the big screens, which was fun. The game is great. And then we did another race on handheld. And playing handheld felt great. The Switch 2 is substantially bigger, and the buttons and texturing feel really nice in hand. It's still the Mario Kart we know and love, but it felt way more polished. Your mobility was so much more increased, and the world just felt so much bigger. With so many more racers on track, the game just felt so new. I always wondered where the next step for Mario Kart was going to be from Mario Kart 8, but damn did Nintendo really figure out what they were doing. They then moved us on to play Knockout Tour, the new Battle Royale mode in Mario Kart World. They set us up in rows. I was opposing everyone I just entered in to play Nintendo games with. All of these people became my enemy. I had to defeat them all. This new mode brought back the fun and excitement to Mario Kart for me. Such an exciting and chaotic new twist to the almost done to death Mario Kart formula. I was actually stressed the entire time. In my final moment, right at the last second, I ended up clutching up using a slipstream in initial D overtake fashion. The pop-off from the Nintendo employees made my ego inflate like crazy. They then herded us over to play Donkey Kong. This game I was severely curious about. I couldn't tell where the trailer ended and the gameplay began. So this game I needed to get my gorilla hands on. It did not disappoint, and in fact blew my expectations away. It feels as free as Mario Odyssey. The movement is great. The entire environment is a weapon. It's like Minecraft 2. You can dig a tunnel for thousands of kilometers. That's like a million miles. 20 minutes was not enough time with the comp. This is a game I will definitely be picking up day one. After this, Nintendo looked us in the eyes. They trusted us and let us roam free. We could play any game as far as our eyes could see. I walked around overwhelmed by the amount of games and Switches that I could steal. I finally made a decision, and I decided on Metroid. I hadn't touched a Metroid Prime game since I was playing the computer version, and they had it set up to play mouse controls. I really wasn't sure how it would be using the mouse controls, but damn, Nintendo said, fuck gaming mouses, we got this. I was baffled. It made the gameplay so fast and smooth. At one point, the Nintendo employee suggested that I use the regular Joy-Cons to play and compare. It only took me 10 seconds to go back to playing on the mouse controls. It felt extremely sluggish compared to what I had just experienced. Metroid looked amazing running at 120 frames per second. I'm super happy with how the game looks, and I played the entirety of the demo up until the first boss, and I didn't notice the game struggling or looking weird at any point. I am very pleased, and this will be a definite day one pickup. Dragon Drive. This was a game I was the most unsure about, but I was definitely more optimistic about it. I believe that Dragon Drive was the arms of the Switch 2, a brand new IP where Nintendo is trying something new and gimmicky around their system. So I waddled my ass over to give it a try, and immediately I am thrown into the slowest and longest tutorial ever made, especially at a demo event. So long, in fact, I almost went, well, that's enough of that. But something in me decided, no, I'm here, I need to give this a fair chance. But damn, this game does not play around. It's no ARMS, but this game takes ARMS to play. And what I mean by that, it takes a lot of effort and energy to play. Like, I was starting to get exhausted. It felt very akin to something like Rocket League, but wheelchair basketball, which is actually really dope. Design-wise, the game feels a little off. Like, why am I playing as Master Chief in a wheelchair? Though, when I started hitting tricks and played more against others, I was really getting into it. It's a little clunky, but maybe I need to learn the controls more. I could see myself having lots of fun, but I can't really tell who this is for. I'm still not certain on this game. It all depends on a price and if this game can show more long-term promise. Next, I played Yakuza Zero, which I was ecstatic for because this is my first time playing a Yakuza game on the Switch, and the Switch 2 at that. And that's like a dream come true. Now you can play Kiwami and Zero on Nintendo consoles, and hopefully the rest of the series. I don't have a lot to say about my time playing Yakuza Zero. It was Yakuza Zero. It looked great. It felt great. I'm excited to see more Yakuza games or Like a Dragon games on the Switch. This was the first time I was playing a game and really started to notice how the Pro Controller felt. In your hands, it is definitely a huge improvement from the original Switch Pro Controller. But with the Switch 2 Pro Controller, I felt like the buttons were really soft. And not that that's a bad thing, it was just something I noticed. When I would press down the A, B, X, Y buttons, they kind of felt cushioned. It felt like there was something stopping me from jamming them all the way down. But definitely an upgrade from the original Switch Pro Controller. I didn't play Cyberpunk, but I did check it out as I walked around, and it looked really good. From what I saw with my time with the Switch 2, these graphics might be comparable to PS5 Pro. Then I played Street Fighter 6, and not for very long. They told us about this new mode where you just shake the Joy-Cons and it does combos for you. This was lame as hell. It was completely random, and I totally should have played it like normal. I'm just sitting here shaking the Joy-Con around like an idiot, and I don't know what I'm doing. The only thing I could consistently do was get the fuck out of the way, but I was getting my ass beat, but I had to do it for the video. I then walked over to where the Zelda booths were set up when no one was there and decided to play. I immediately realized I don't want to waste my time and killed myself and walked away. I also tried the GameCube controller for GameCube Classic. I played some Wind Waker to test it out, and I mean, it felt nice, nothing crazy. If you want a GameCube controller that's wireless, then cool. And it has a C button, so you can open up Switch Discord. I'm a big sucker, so I already ordered one. This isn't really anything new, they're just showcasing it because, hey, you can now buy a GameCube controller. It is exciting that Wind Waker is now on Switch 2, which is really cool, because I know a lot of people were wanting the GameCube Zelda on Switch. Next, I played Jamboree Live Plus Plus Japanese Game Show Edition. And this just seems like a nightmare for someone in an apartment building. They basically just get you to jump around and scream at the top of your lungs. I thought someone was getting murdered when I walked into the venue, but no, they were just playing this game. I also got to try some of the new mini games for the Joy-Con mouse controls. They were fun and would make for a good party game. If you don't have it for the upgrade, it is not worth the hefty price at all. I had limited time, so I didn't have time for everything. So the games I missed were Hogwarts Legacy, Civilization, the Kirby DLC. I had no interest in playing or paying extra to play an extended Kirby level. The Switch demo, I actually wanted to try this because I don't want to pay for this, but it was always busy when I walked past it. There was also Hades 2 and Split Fiction. Then I got a dope Switch backpack, which is actually very nice. And then I just enjoyed the rest of my time in Toronto with my friend Key. I feel so fortunate that I got the opportunity and excuse to hop on a plane to go to Toronto to play Nintendo games and hang out with my friend. Like I said earlier, this is an experience that I could have only ever dreamed of as a kid, but here I am living it. The Nintendo Switch was the domino that knocked me into some of the greatest experiences in my life. So something tells me that this might be the start to another very important chapter in my life. Thanks to Nintendo.